Hey guys, oh Jesus, a bit of a fucked up story for you today. Alright, so it's been a while since I've done a proper fucking story video. You know what I'm saying? Jeez. So here for a story, and I want to tell you a story about this a party that a few mates and myself went to, and basically I've got them with me, not literally with me right now, but they are going to be in this video throughout the video.
Okay, so when was it? Last Friday night, couple of Friday nights ago we were talking. And so I rocked with a couple of boys and kind of the idea of being a bit classy, okay? And so we brought the ingredients to make old-fashioned martini.
So we rocked up around 7 after tripping over to the supermarket to pick up some cocktail ingredients. An oranges actually.
Some brown sugar from Coles.
We brought some bitters.
Two rides at the party, and we waited for it to really kick off before we decided to make the plunge. And when it was going, we got out the alcohol. We borrowed a few key utensils. We got a spoon and knife from the host. And we weren't about making it. We put the sugar in. Bitters is another thing we had. They were supplied from one of the mates' families. So we had saturated the sugar in bitters was the term.
Oh.
We applied a bit of vodka.
And fucking just mixing random shit to make some fucking like martini cocktail thingies. All right. Fucking just chucking in random shit. A bit of fucking orange peel. Just chuck it in. Bit of fucking sugar. Chuck it in, mate. We need to make some fucking hefty drinks, alright? So that's what they're thinking. That's their mentality. And I just remember watching it. Got a bit on Snapchat, That's how the night started. A bit of a snapper story.
And then, mixed it. And then eventually we put the orange rind in, okay? Bit of orange rind, bit of orange juice. In the hope that it was going to taste really nice, because that was the idea. Anyway, we tasted it. And it was fucking awful.
It tasted like shit. And I stuck with it. Bruce pussied out. He was a bit of a bitch about it.
And then, eventually we got into playing a kind of drinking game where basically us and a few of the lads, a few of the who, we met that night, really, great bunch of lads. And then, we decided to play a slight drinking game where we'd all take a sip of our glass and then pass it around a circle and take a sip of the next person's glass. And so we had a few different drinks in there. One was, straight wine out of the bottle. There was another that was just a Sprite can with a bit of wine in it.
And I kind of got the brunt of it. Not gonna lie, I sculled two of them completely, and I went quite hard. But so did everyone else, and it was a good time. But then we were all very drunk by about 9:30 when Devs decided to rock.
The fucking man of the hour. He messages me. He tells me to meet him at the end of his street. Alright. I walk down with these two other mates. And we get to the end of his street. And we're like, here he is, the man. He fucking delivers.
Now, Bez and the captain had an excellent idea that whiskey was going to be their choice of drink for the night. And so, on top of the whiskey though, because in case a full bottle of whiskey between two blokes isn't enough, they also had ciders. Now, Ben finally rocked up. We all got around him. We were feeling reasonably, tipsy at this point, not too bad.
And so got in. Just thought it was good. Like everyone had a bit to drink at that stage. I thought I was sort of lagging behind a bit. But yeah, I cracked open two ciders. Had that, and shared those ciders around with you and another, and the other people spin some ciders off me that they didn't pay for, but that's his life. Anyway, So we move on, and we thought it was a great. Like we finished all the ciders at this one point. I reckon it might have been maybe 10. Like we went pretty hard, huh?
Yeah.
I think I had 2 ciders in that time, or maybe 10, 15, something like that.
At that point, right as I was taking the last swig of my cider, Philly is like, dude, let's go down to the fucking school. This is the fucking primary school that we went to, alright? This is the school that we went to when we were fucking 2 years old. No, not literally, but when we were fucking young, alright? And, so we go down.
Yeah, we've got the bottle of whiskey, we've got cups, got some Sprite to mix it with. It's you and me, we go down, I remember that. And we have 2 other mates who are going to join us there, and we're keeping on the low. And then, so we're there, right? And you and me start by having, or you and I start by having, I think it was a straight, 2 shots of whiskey.
And, the other kids rock out. They had obviously gotten there a bit earlier. They had obviously smashed down their cocktails. They were a bit more less sober than us, alright?
Myself and H, who was there, had the last bit of our vodka, but I really wasn't inclined to drink much more of that.
So we pull up and you guys are fine, and Ben's just going on about how whiskey's, it's a real man's drink and it's got a lot of body in it. It's really, it's really strong. Which is kind of ironic, seeing as what happened later in the night, but Anyway, we sit there for a bit, kind of enjoying each other's company, and then we have the fantastic idea to go for a race.
One of them, don't remember who, has the genius idea to fucking race around this an oval thingy at the school. All right, it's fucking genius, absolutely brilliant idea. All right.
And we decide to have a race around an oval in this school ground. A short race. So, on your marks, get set, go, all that sort of stuff.
And so I think it might have been me who had the bright idea to go for a quick sprint. There's a racetrack there. Okay, now this seems like an excellent idea at the time. Turns out it wasn't. We had a few false starts, but eventually, we got the running underway. Probably about 100 metres, maybe not even. So it wasn't a huge run. But, it really, really fucked it, really. I think I might have got home, or maybe it was captain. It was a close run.
I'm not sure who won. That wasn't really the point, but
I don't want to brag, but I won. So yeah, we finished the race, and immediately we were just fucking regretting it. Like,
us lolling around on the ground really for a little bit, which is all we could really muster to do. We decided it was about time to head back. We didn't want to miss too much. There were talks of taking a few panorama shots, but they didn't really pan out the way it's planned. Panorama.
kill yourself.
We headed on back to the party. When we got there, we actually thought we were at the wrong house for it, because everyone wasn't outside anymore. There was no one outside. I thought, oh fuck, where have we gone?
And I go inside for a bit to, wish the guy happy birthday, sung happy birthday and cake and blah blah. Definitely feeling it then. I remember going to sit down first, and that sort of brought me back to the party. Sort of sat down. I realised then that sitting down felt really heavy. Heavy feeling.
At this point, we had like half a bottle of whiskey left. All right, no, a bit, maybe like a third of the bottle of whiskey left, and I just kept pouring it out, mixing it with a Sprite, and just kept giving it to him to drink, and myself, of course, because we were going halves in the bottle, and I had the mentality that we had the bottle. All right, we had the bottle. We needed to fucking drink it all. All right, if we've got a bottle of whiskey, there's no point fucking saving it for the next time we go out. Just fucking finish it all in the one night. That was my mentality anyway. So, kind of just mixing it with Sprite, just drinking it. And eventually, I don't know, we had about 2 shots left. And I just remember thinking, I just looked at the bottle and just told myself, dude, we have to fucking finish this.
Well, I remember this. I think Captain said, let's do it. Let's finish this whiskey. And Bergs was fucking keen at this point, and he was keen when they finished it. He was pumped. He was, it was a big effort from them, a fucking big effort. Half bottle of whiskey, plus a few ciders on top of that. Not really recommended.
I do forget a lot, but apparently, we were real keen to finish the bottle. Between, literally, it was pretty much most of it was between two of us, just you and I. So, I don't know. I think we were real happy at that stage. Time really flew real quick after sort of sitting down for a while. I remember, we sat down on a seat that was next to the toilet, or one of the entrances to one of the toilets of this house, and I remember protecting the door for a lot of people, feeling real special because I was a door warden.
Don't remember what happened from then to seeing Philly outside fucking throwing up, alright? So, don't really remember, but I remember just going outside, seeing him fucking sitting down on this, on a plastic chair thingy, and, just fucking looking miserable as all shit. And, I just saw him, and I was like, dude, have you thrown up? And, he doesn't really show much emotion. He just points at the ground, and I see a fucking, a pool of just fucking vomit. And,
throwing up everywhere. He was just didn't know what was going on. And tried talking to him, and didn't work. He was just dead to the So the party kind of comes to an end half an hour, 45 minutes later. I'm just passed out in the chair. Okay, I'm leaning on the chair. I end up breaking the chair, but anyway, that's another story. Anyway, on the chair, people are leaving. I don't remember this. I don't remember anyone leaving. It was just I was there, and then all of a sudden we need to go. It was 12:30 or 1:30, something like that. It was some time. I don't know. You don't really remember this stuff.
I've got to look at heading off at this point, and Bebs is still just fucked, man. He was lying on the chair. He was supposedly drinking tea, but it really, didn't look like it was having much of an effect on him. But we had a few good lads there, and so I kind of backed him to get him home. He was still responsive throughout the night, so that that's a good thing. But no, he wasn't in a good way. And then so I've headed off, and I've kept in contact with the boys with him, and I got to do it. And good job by them too. Big effort from them. Fuck.
I was staying at his place for the night, so it meant that, if there was, if he was fucking gone, then how the fuck would I get back to his house? How the fuck would I look after him in his own house? It was a fucking mission. There was a lot of thoughts going in my head, and it was the most sober I'd felt that whole night. It was because my mind was just in fucking panic mode that I needed to fucking save this kid's life. It was fucking intense, alright?
We leave, walking down, there's this major road that we got across, and everyone around me is we'll go to the closest crossing point. And I'm I really didn't like that idea. I was a bit no, man, we just need to cross now, because I could see it was the last moment of the last pearl of wisdom that I had for the night. I was I knew when we needed to cross the road. I had this innate sense, even when I'm drunk, I feel I'm good at crossing roads. I got back to my house. All right. It was about 2 in the morning. No, it wasn't that late. It was about 12:30 or something. And Mum's a bit sus, but that's all right. I think she didn't find out. I was very blatantly smashed, but I think I pulled it off. I couldn't sleep for 2 hours.
And we got back to the house, and obviously because Philly was fucking just destroyed, I had to fucking reach into his pocket, fucking fondle him a bit, and to get the key out, alright? It's the key to the house. So I get the key out after feeling in 20 different pockets, alright? And unlock the house, and then his room is the one straight to the left of the door, alright? So we get into his house, and it's right there. He fucking just kicks off his shoes and collapses onto his bed. And I was like, mate, it's fucking good and all, but you're gonna fucking choke on your own vomit, alright?
Luckily my mates knew this. They're really stressing it upon me to get into the recovery position. So that's what I do, get into the recovery position, or I think they push me into the recovery position. I'm just on the side of my bed, just spitting up whiskey, like not really vomiting at this stage, it's literally just like spitting whiskey into a bag.
He was just vomiting like straight whiskey. Like you'd look at it and it was just the color of the fucking whiskey. It was just like, it was fucking incredible. Like if you fucking drank that vomit, you would just get drunk again. Like that's pretty much the level of just fucking vomit that we're at. All right.
Yeah, pretty hectic. I've heard like you know pretty much saved my life. That's good. Stopped me from vomiting and choking on my own vomit, like rockstar AC/DC style.
But yeah, he's thrown up a couple of times. Just then kind of just stops and he just passes out on the bed. And we start to hear snoring and we're like, thank fuck he's finally asleep. At this point we're just like, let's just stay up a bit longer just to make sure he's alright. So I'm just there with him and I was like, shit, he's gonna fucking die in my hands, alright? That's pretty much what I was thinking, alright? I was freaking the fuck out. At this point it's about 2 a.m., alright? It's about 2 a.m. And it was just a weird mentality where I was like, I'm fucking responsible for this guy's life. Like, sure, I fucking made him drink so much more alcohol than he intended. But at the same time, I'm fucking saving his life right now. Fucking MVP status right here, alright? So, I eventually go to sleep after making sure that he's fucking well asleep. In the morning, all was fucking good again, and
The next morning, I shot Captain a message about Devs because, he was pretty destroyed. Turned out he's alright, but couldn't remember anything.
It's a great sight seeing him, the Monday after, seeing him alive. It's like we had a few stories to tell. But no, all in all, it was a fucking good night with the lads. Okay.
he didn't remember half the night, as is kind of fucking expected. But yeah, that's pretty much the story. So I'm gonna have to leave that one there. But thank you guys very much for watching, and thank you all for joining in on this video. As in all the people that I've called and whatnot. But thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked it, and if you like what I did in this video, having phone calls and different people featured in it, then please feel free to slap a motherfucking like on that bitch, alright? Because this is fucking. I mean, I haven't edited it yet, but it's gonna be a fucking pain in the ass to edit. So yeah, if you liked it, then fucking feel free to like it and subscribe for more. And yeah, guys, I'll see you all in the next one. And yeah, fucking enjoy fucking not dying. Alright, that's a good one. See you, kids.